Thanks for doing this with me though, for real.
I'm really, really happy I'm here. I am censored, I'm here.
Episode 14 is on depression. A lot of people are suffering in silence. I think it's really important to start normalizing, talking about what we're feeling, what makes us sad.
If you are someone that you know is dealing with depression, it is a real thing. Definitely seek out help. You're not alone, and we're here to support you.
Hey, Joe. I'm back, and I got my girl with me.
Chasity. Hi guys, I'm new to this.
That people need to normalize talking about their feelings.
I feel like people are not taking it serious enough. I feel like it's been dealing with depression myself lately. It's been really super hard. I've been shutting myself out, not wanting to speak to people. There's close friends of mine that I haven't spoken to in like weeks, and I just don't have the energy to want to like talk and to console other people's problems when I be dealing with my own thing.
And like you're dealing with your own stuff, and then like you try to deal with everyone else. You can't always pile on and put other people's problems with your problems.
I will be going through my own things, but I'll still try to be there for my friends and support them. But it's gotten really bad to a point where I just want to like shut everything off, and I just want to be alone. I have an 8-year-old daughter, and sometimes it sounds hard, but I don't want to be bothered with her. Like, I just want her to be in her space sometimes and just like leave me to just like sit there sometimes. Like sit there to cry.
Crying's okay, people.
It is okay.
When people think of depression, they think of it of, is it like, oh, I'm going through something, depression's over. I feel like when dealing with depression, know that it comes in waves and it's ongoing. Sometimes you might be depressed, sometimes you may not be depressed, sometimes depression may come back again. But knowing that you're ready for the battle, or ready for like to be able to put armor on and know that like, oh shit, my mood is shifting, or what can I do, or I feel this way, you know?
Those who personally know me knows that I can literally be at a high and I will be at a low, and it will be like in a split second. Sometimes I can't explain it myself. I'll just be on a real high, and then all of a sudden I'm just feeling down. Like something will trigger or remind me of something that I'm going through or something that I felt in the past, and then I just shut down.
Post-traumatic stress disorder, people. PTSD is also a huge part of depression and a huge part of things. Like, I think that we push away feeling sad.
And we need to normalize being just our true selves and not being judged on what we're saying, how we're saying it, what we're feeling, or anything like that. I just feel like you have to surround yourself with positive people that's gonna center you back and bring you back to your true, real self.
Come on, girl, yes! She's here, okay? So if you or anyone you know have had a moment or can resonate with anything she said, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Type below. If this is your first time here, please make sure you're liked, subscribed, and click that notification bell so you can make sure you know when I drop a video. Okay? I feel like I have more anxiety than anything, and we'll cover that.
Anxiety.
Whew. There are times where I just feel sad, I feel lonely, I feel like
oh my God, and feeling lonely in a room full of people. Let's get into it, people.
Let's really talk about it. You can have friends around you, you can have family around you, you can have that support system, you can have those people cheering you on. Our mind is our own worst enemy, and there's nothing being left with 4 walls and your mind. It's a war, okay? This is why we're doing this episode. We want to normalize talking about depression because that's what makes us whole and human. It's not just 100% happy all the time. It's not just unicorn sunshines and rainbows. Like, people are going through real life shit.
And I just feel like realizing that you have those feelings and knowing that they are normal, but also seek help, some professional help. Even if you start with just confiding in just one person, as long as you have that one person who's going to be your outlet, you're taking the initial steps for recovery to feel better.
I think the more that we push away and hide and run from these feelings, the more we actually snowball effect into depression. It's like, okay, I'm not going to deal with this, I'm not going to deal with that, I'm just going to hide it. Even I know for myself that like I need to start talking about the things that are bothering me, because there's things like substance abuse, there's the suicidal ideation. I think people really take mental health as a joke and depression and sadness as a joke.
And to piggyback off of what you just said, A lot of people who are working out in the work world definitely need to find a voice to tell their jobs, listen, I'm going through a lot of things, and just take a leave of absence or take a couple of personal days or whatever it is, and those couple days can save your life.
There's so much that can happen because of depression, especially if we're not talking about our feelings to each other.
And then also feel like when you're speaking to someone about how you're feeling, that they're not getting where you're coming from.
Absolutely.
Leaving the space open for people to really absorb what you're telling them, and to not shut them out right away, to give them the opportunity and the chance to really hear what you're saying and to understand your feelings. That's really important. In those couple days, come home, find things that brings you peace and happiness, go find someone to talk to, do things that are to your enjoyment, things that make you happy, surround yourself with people who love you, who are really here for you. That's important.
Yeah, I used to be severely depressed, and depression has no name. You cannot, the happiest of people are going through things that they don't even talk about. Once again, feel free if you're going through something you want to vent, type in the comments below. We're here for you.
A lot of celebrities, Robin Williams, the Disney kid, I forgot his name. Yeah, it's a lot of people who are suffering in silence. You can see people every single day with the biggest smiles on their face, trying to uplift you when you're down, and they're deep in depression, trying to get themselves out of it. And it's super important to not judge people off of the way that they look. Oh, she looks fine. No, I am crying on the inside. Help me. Somebody please help me.
Normalize asking people how they're feeling. I think we small talk people a lot of times. Oh my God, how was your weekend? You went to the club, I saw you at that party. Ask people how you're doing. You're asking people the wrong things.
But a lot of times too, you ask people how they're doing and they'll just say fine. No, tell me how you really feel. You're having a bad day, so am I. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's relate. Let's get those feelings out there. Let's talk. Let's normalize the conversation of not being okay every single time that someone says, "How are you doing?" Literally.
Normalize asking your friends and family and people you love and care about how they're doing.
And not take any offense to, there's friends that you speak to all the time and all of a sudden you don't hear them for a certain period of time. Check in on your friends. They're not okay. Sometimes you just have to look out for those signs of people pulling back, maybe deactivation of social media, phone calls not being answered, and checking on those people that, you love and care about, because it could be a cry for help. Sometimes it's flags being waved and you don't necessarily see them, but be on the lookout for them. I have a few different group chats with my friends, and for I'm gonna say a couple of weeks, I was MIA for a while. They were going on and talking, and I would read the messages, but I was not a participant at all. And in a sense, me not responding or saying anything in those group chats kind of was a cry for someone text me on the side. Why are you not in the chat? Are you okay? Is everything alright? You need me to pop by? You need me to call? What's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm a very sociable person.
Yeah.
If you know me, I'm bubbly. I stay talking to people. I'm one of those people who be checking in if I don't hear from you for a long period of time. But like I said, in the recent weeks, me pulling back and not being as sociable as I am was kind of just me taking a little bit of time for myself, but also just not be so in tune with my phone. Phones are such a huge distraction, and they add to my depression. It really does. You see other people's lives on social media. You see other people's upbringings, what they have, what you don't have. It's a trigger. It makes you look at your life and question everything. Why am I not here? Why this person got this? What are they doing different from what I'm doing? You know, I'm a good person. Why am I not being reciprocated? All those things that I know I truly deserve in this life. You know?
When I'm depressed, I really try. Lately, and even this morning, I found myself so sad that I'm still in this apartment, and I was just but wait, you're there, you're doing this, you're doing that. So I want to encourage people when you are depressed and you are going through things, think of something that you appreciate. Think of something that you are grateful for. Your life can't be all bad, and if it is, what are you going to do to change it? But like on the cutscene, people don't really understand that like doing this work is like work in itself. Like I don't want to go back and talk about the things I've been through and like relive it, and it triggers, like she said. So thank you guys for just supporting your boy and being part of my channel because it's hard work.
It's very hard. I think it's really important to not harbor feelings from the previous day. So start every day fresh. Just wake up and today's a brand new day. What am I gonna do different from yesterday? How am I gonna take the initial steps to move forward to get to the place in life where I want to truly be?
You got a YouTube channel yet? For every sad moment, look how far you got, and think about how we were sad and we were like, oh my God, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I just can't get through it. And you get through it. It happens, but you have to remind yourself, look how far I've come.
And I think it's super important to cut off people, things that are excess in your life that are not contributing to your growth and to the road of wellness and things that are gonna make you happy. And there are people in your life who don't want the best for you, who are not looking out for you, and who enjoy your misery. Let's focus on.
Let's wake it up.
Let's wake people up. Okay,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that are not rooting for you. Okay.
Sometimes I sit there and I'm like, yo, I'm still doing this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Why am I stressed? Because I'm allowing this into my life. I keep on. The insanity is doing the same things and expecting change.
Right.
You're still gonna be sad. You're still gonna be depressed. It starts with you. It's also easier said than done as we're doing this. Like I understand that
we're gonna cut when we're done with everything. I'm gonna go home.
Right.
I'm gonna be back in my space.
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm still gonna be depressed. It's not something that
just goes away just like that.
There is no time limit on how long you should be depressed for, how long it takes you to recover from it, or anything like that. So let's normalize not putting a time or a date on when you're supposed to be depressed or how long.
Don't let people talk you into staying into depression either. You know what I'm saying? Like, know your feelings, know that your feelings shift, and know that like grieving is a process as well. If you're feeling depressed or know someone who is depressed, again, talk to someone, call up a friend, call up a loved one, start journaling, do something so that way you take the thoughts from here and just bring it out.
You need an outlet. Sometimes I know for me personally, I like to have a journal to write things. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a full journal entry. It could be just things that I'm feeling or aspirations that I have in my life, goals that I want to check off my list. I think that's really important. It'll center you, and it'll, in a way, if you don't want to talk to a physical person because you feel like they'll judge you, they don't get you, write it down, because you, of course, are going to go back and read it and resonate and understand and be like, wow, I was feeling this way. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, correct your behavior.
Yeah. If you think that no one cares about you, we're here to tell you that somebody does. There are people out there who get it, who understand, and who are going through the exact same things that you are. As usual, your comments, your likes, your subscriptions are valued, loved, and appreciated.
And definitely share these videos, guys. This video can help save somebody's life. Like, it really can.
Oh, this is so good. It was actually very therapeutic.